Thomas's fear reached its peak and he even began to hallucinate. It seemed as though the statues were turning their heads to look at him. Terrified, Thomas fainted. It wasn't until the next morning that he awoke, disheveled and shaken, only to find that the Count had vanished without a trace. Strangely, Thomas noticed several small bite marks on his chest, marks he couldn't recall receiving. That night, the Count had stamped the contract with his seal, but then pulled out a new one. The text on it was unfamiliar to Thomas, and the Count explained that it was the writing of their ancestors. He then took a bag of gold coins from a treasure chest, offering it as payment for this cooperation. All Thomas had to do was sign, and the coins would be his. Though Thomas's heart resisted, his body seemed to act on its own as he signed his name. With the contract finalized, Thomas decided to leave, but the Count, sensing that Thomas seemed weak, invited him to stay for a few more days. The next morning, Thomas woke with a start again, only to find another bite mark on his chest, though he couldn't recall how it had appeared. At this point, he just wanted to escape the eerie castle, but the exit was already locked. Noticing another door nearby, Thomas picked up a stone and smashed the lock open. Inside was a dimly lit basement, with a massive coffin at the center. Steeling himself, Thomas walked cautiously toward it and carefully lifted the lid. To his horror, inside lay the Count, already decomposed. Trembling, Thomas picked up the pickaxe on the floor, but the very next moment,